This is Share the Vision, presented by the Resource Center, a discussion of the programs and services of the Resource Center and about issues related to individuals with disabilities. Today, the Creations Art Program and a very special art show that's coming to Raymour and Flanigan in the very near future. We are at 75 Jones and Gifford Avenue in the Raymond Building in the Creations Art Room, and we'll jump into this with both feet after I introduce Steve Watterson, Community Relations Director at the Resource Center. Steve, thanks for inviting me in, and I haven't seen you pick up a brush yet.
Well, as you know from previous shows we've done on our art program, I can barely draw stick figures, so you do not want to see any artwork that I try to create.
I'm about in the same boat, but, you know, this is a very encouraging environment for creation, Steve, so maybe there's some hidden potential in both of us.
Wow, I would like to think that there is, Dennis. There's always hope.
Why have you brought me here today to do Share the Vision? And I will say, people will hear in the background the noises of the classroom. There's actual art instruction and art creation going on as we speak here today, but what are we doing here?
Well, we're here to kind of let the public know, help promote the fact that this coming week, several artists with disabilities are going to have their works exhibited at Raymour and Flanigan out on Fairmount Avenue. This is something that Raymour and Flanigan first approached the Resource Center about almost 2 years ago, and it took a while to get this to come together, but we're going to have a week-long exhibit. It's called Warm Your Heart with a Little Art, and people can go into Raymour and Flanigan anytime this week from Monday to Friday during store hours, which I think are 10 to 9, and walk around the showroom and see the works that are on display. And then this coming Friday from 6 to 8, there's going to be a gala finale there featuring some piano music, some refreshments. Some of the artists will be there, and people will have the opportunity to come in. The event is free, so people can come in, meet some of the artists, and if there are any works that particularly strike their fancy, you can put a little money down and walk out of there with it.
So this is Raymour and Flanigan at the intersection of Southwestern Drive and Fairmount Avenue, Route 394, main intersection. And as this is broadcast Saturday, the show starts the coming Monday and continues throughout the week.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. And it's Friday night, beginning at 6 for the reception and the gala event?
That is correct. Yep. My understanding is we have about 30 works of art, paintings and sculpture and some ceramic pieces that will be on display, as well as some jewelry that all were made by individuals with disabilities in the Resource Center's Creations Art Program.
We are broadcasting from Creations today. I would like to get the opportunity to speak to your art instructor who's hard at work here, Steve. See if we can steal her away for a moment.
Okay.
Steve, since this is a new guest to Share the Vision, maybe you would introduce.
Well, sure. I'm happy to welcome to our listeners Susan Gutierrez, who is our new art instructor here at the Resource Center.
Susan, hello.
Hello.
I'm going to have you just turn around and we can face the class and kind of watch creation as it happens here. Susan, since you are new to Share the Vision, tell me a little bit about you and your background and history as an artist, as an art teacher.
I've worked for the Resource Center for 10 years, different capacities, different jobs. I was very excited when I was given this job as the art instructor coordinator. Just started a few months ago, on end of August. Before my career here at the Resource Center, I went to school at St. Bonaventure, studied art. I studied in Italy for several months, studied art over there. And then I worked several summers at the Chautauqua Institution, the Young Artist Program, working with the young artists as an instructor and also as a teacher's assistant.
So you have some background in art as an artist and as an instructor. Tell me about the Creations Art Program from a variety of perspectives. Who participates in this, the kinds of things that are created here, what it's like to work with persons with disabilities in the environment of the Resource Center, the consumers here, in creating art. Now, that's a pretty big agenda, Susan, but we can take it one step at a time.
Sure. What I do is I go to all the day programs throughout the county, including Dunkirk, TBI program in Dunkirk, and all the day programs here in Jamestown. And actually, whoever wants to participate in the art that day, they're able to participate. I go in there and I present the project, and whoever wants to create some art that day, they're more than welcome to join the group.
So this reminds me of art class in some of my own fundamental education years ago, in which the teacher would come and present us with a project. It was not voluntary, as I recall. In my instance, we had to do it. But each time you are here, you're offering them a different opportunity to create something new.
Yes, absolutely. And we offer them numerous different medias to use, whether it be paint, clay, wire sculpturing, jewelry making is a big hit.
I can see that now.
Yes.
There's no sculpture being made in this room at the moment, but there's a lot of painting going on and some jewelry making. But why don't you describe what today's project or projects is or are, Susan, so the listeners can get a grasp of what you invited these artists in to do today?
Today they're working with liquid watercolor, which is new for a lot of them, and just so they have the experience with the vibrant colors, the different textures that they can get from the paint. So I have several people working on paintings with the liquid watercolor. There are some people that chose to create jewelry. We have some glass beads here, but then also beads that they had made and we had baked together. So they're stringing them along to make necklaces and bracelets. Another person wanted to work on jewelry and paint, so she made some more of the watercolor painting pendants that we're actually going to be having showcased at Raymour and Flanigan.
The radio listeners cannot be in the room with us, so we need to do a little more description, particularly on the point of persons with disabilities, the challenges that they may face physically, intellectually, and other aspects of their lives. Talk to me in that context about their ability to create. Susan?
Each person is so able to create anything that's in their mind. They just need to have the support and the patience to actually have those processes done. So if somebody maybe has an issue with dexterity with their hands, I'll figure out a way with them and work with them so that they're able to string the beads on the wire or on the string. As far as painting, I like them to explore first what they're able to do, and then from there figure out what else they may need.
We talked about watercolors today and jewelry. What are some of the other projects that you might embark on a regular basis here with students in the Creations Art program here at the Resource Center, Susan?
We experiment with clay, whether it be bas-relief or vases. We do have the opportunity to have a kiln, actually, in this building here. So springtime, we're going to be sprucing up the labyrinth that's across the street from Jones and Gifford building, working on the totems out there.
The total number of students that you have, you said that you were at all the different day programs. Have you ever counted up how many students over a week or a month you are interacting with?
Oh, it'd have to be hundreds. Hundreds, absolutely. Whether they just participate for a small amount of time on a project, they may only do one or two brushstrokes, but they still participated. They still had the experience of creating something.
Now, our time is limited, and some of the artists have agreed to come on the air with us at least to say hello. Absolutely. So what I want you to do is talk to me a little bit about the exciting show that is coming to Raymour and Flanigan next week as this is broadcast, and what some of the works of art that people will be able to see there. What will be on display?
Well, a lot of it is a winter theme, paintings, sculptures, and the jewelry as well. Different size paintings, large, small. A lot of the jewelry that we've made just here, right here at Jones and Gifford.
How did the artists feel when they heard that their works were among the 30, as I understand from what Steve said, that had been chosen to be in this big show?
Quite excited. Yeah, they were eager to tell their friends and family.
So they will be there, perhaps taking a look at this, giving the tour of their artwork to their friends and family when the show is underway.
Yes, absolutely.
How do you feel about this?
I'm very excited. Yeah, very excited.
You said that you had been doing this for just a few months. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your expectations and how it has played out for you so far in terms of your understanding of the growth and development of your artists. What's happened to you as you've taught this since the end of August?
I feel that I have grown as an individual, as a teacher. They inspire me every single day.
How is that?
Just their eagerness and their inspirations that they show to me through the art that they create.
Who is this gentleman standing right next to us
here?
This
gentleman is Gabe.
Come on over here, Gabe.
Hi.
Let's turn around here so we can face the audience. And
okay.
Susan is and Steve are with us here. Gabe, we're in art class right now. What have you been working on today?
Paintings.
Any particular kind of painting?
Like,
looks like you've been doing some hearts there, or flowers.
Yeah.
Very bright spring-like colors.
Yeah, colors. Yeah, that's my interest, and it's my interest in paint right there.
Do you like art?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do? Paint or sculpture or?
Paint.
And what's your favorite thing to paint?
Like paint anything, just paint.
Just so long as it's paint, eh?
Not paint anything. I would just paint anyone, paint anything.
Now, do you have anything in the show that's coming up this week?
Yep, I know it's coming up to.
I see Susan shaking her head up and down.
Gabe's going to have a couple paintings, actually. A flower painting that he has done, and actually probably one of the watercolors that he did today.
Oh, well, congratulations, Gabe.
Yeah?
Are you excited about being in a show?
Yeah?
Okay. What else do you do to keep yourself busy here at the Resource Center or life in general? What's fun for you? Aside from art, do you like anything else?
Yeah. See how everybody's doing?
Oh, so you get to be here with your friends and stuff.
Yeah?
Okay. Well, Gabe, thank you very much.
You're
and
welcome.
Congratulations again for being selected to be a part of the Creations Art Show out at Raymour and Flanigan.
See everybody's doing? See everybody's doing?
Susan is about to introduce me to another of her students here.
This is Donna, and she comes every Tuesday for our jewelry painting class.
Well, hi, Donna.
Hi.
You didn't need to stand up. I would have come over to you, Donna, but thank you for standing up to come and speak to me.
Yeah.
So, Donna, what have you been working on here today?
I'm working on those beads.
Making jewelry?
Yes.
Looks like a rather nice necklace or something you're creating there.
Yes. Yes.
Are beads, jewelry, your favorite thing to make?
Yes. And I like to work like what name's doing the what do you call it? Yeah, water. I can't say it right. You.
Well, watercolor. So you like to do watercolor painting too?
Yes.
Now, do you like one more than the other, or you like them about the same, Donna?
Like the same.
Okay. Now, do you have any works that you know of that are going to be in the art show at Raymour and Flanigan?
Yes.
What will you be showing?
You got singing.
What are you going to show, Donna? You're going to have some of your jewelry pieces?
Yes.
Some of your jewelry. So look for Donna's jewelry out there at the show at Raymour and Flanigan.
And I like to dance too.
Oh, you like to dance too?
Yes.
I don't know if you're going to be able to do that at Raymour and Flanigan, but they might let you.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because I like to dance.
Make it a real celebration.
Yes.
Now, is art or dance, are those the most fun things for you, or are there other things that you like a lot that you do here at the Resource Center?
I like everything.
Everything. You're a very happy person then.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Donna, thank you for speaking with me, and good luck with the art show.
Yes. Hey, you're welcome.
Thank you. A couple of the artists. Now, let me just poll the rest. Are there any other artists who want to say hello on the radio here? We'd be happy to.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
Brenda does.
We've got a couple of people here who want to say. No, don't stand up now. I'll just come down and say hello to you, okay? Hi.
Hi,
What is your name?
Hillary Stone.
And what are you working on today?
Bees.
Do you like them?
Yes,
Do you come to art once in a while or all the time?
all the time.
Are beads your favorite thing to do, or do you like to do other things?
I like other things to do.
What else do you like to do?
Makeup,
Jewelry?
jewelry.
Ah, with the beads. I see. Well, thank you for saying hello.
Thank you, too.
One other artist chimed in here, and I'll just say hello for a moment. Hello.
Hello,
What is your name?
Brenda.
Brenda. Hello, Brenda.
Hi.
Well, you're working very hard on something today here, so I'm not going to interrupt you for long, but what have you been painting here today, Brenda?
Paint stuff, and I just paint some colors, and I made some jewelry for the art gallery. They're doing it at Raymour Flanigan.
Oh, so you're going to be in the show, too,
Yeah.
with some jewelry.
Yeah.
Well, Brenda, you're doing a beautiful painting there, and I must say to our listeners that as we record this, it's sort of a typical gray January day, but the beautiful, vibrant colors that you have on there, Brenda, are really brightening up the day in the room, so thank you for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
We are in the midst of an active art class here, and I hate to keep interrupting the instructor here, but obviously from the four people that we talk to here, and they're very vocal, they're very engaged in the process, smiles on their faces, joy in their voices as they talk about the work you do here.
It goes for me, too. Absolutely. I come to work every single day excited.
Have you found anybody who couldn't do something?
No, absolutely not. There's so many different ways to create art. I think it's just a matter of being patient and knowing the person and figuring out how they want to express themselves through art.
These works that are in the show will be for sale also?
Yes, they will be.
And that is money that would come back to the
Creations Art Program.
would come back to so that would be money that would come back to the art program.
To the art program, exactly.
To help sustain your work here.
Mm-hmm.
And how exciting for people to see the art there, maybe get to know the artists and then acquire that piece of art. How special it would be to show that on a wall in an office or on a shelf at home someplace for some of the pottery that's being made here. I think that would be an extraordinary contribution to you and your program.
Absolutely.
Well, Susan, thank you for the opportunity to come here and meet your artists today and kind of engage in this.
Yes, and thank you.
Steve, very vocal. I don't think we've ever been in Creations and had so many artists who just want to jump to the microphone here.
That's great.
And the works, looking at the works that were created, the art that was created by some of the speakers on here today, very vibrant, very impressive.
Oh yeah, I think the Creations Art Program has been going on in one form or another for about 10 years now. So there have literally been hundreds of people with disabilities who've had a chance to create things with their art, to express their feelings through their art, and we've had lots of public showings over the years, so that a lot of members of the community have been able to come out and appreciate the talents that our Creations artists have. And obviously hoping that many more folks will make their way up to Raymour and Flanigan within the next week so that they can see some of this art, especially if they're witnessing it for the first time. And again, if they can come out to the gala event on Friday evening, they'll have an opportunity to actually meet some of the artists, which is a special thing as well.
We're going to do two things here quickly as Share the Vision draws to a close in the next 8 minutes, Steve. One of them is go to Raymour and Flanigan and talk to some of the people there, and that will be a separate segment. At the end, I'm going to have you talk about some other Resource Center-related issues in a moment. But first, let me say that this is just the invitation, just the teaser. People who are hearing this really should go to Raymour and Flanigan, again, starting this coming Monday with the big gala reception event on Friday night of this coming week, to see the artwork, perhaps meet the artists, and understand why this is so impressive. We cannot show it on radio. You need to go see it for yourself.
Right. And we talked before. I've been at a number of our exhibits over the years, and to see the look of pride on the artists' faces when they are at the exhibit and they're seeing their family members and other people from the community coming by and admiring something that they've created, and to be able to say, I did that, I created that. As we said, I'm not an artist. I will never know what that feeling is like, and it's just such a positive charge that I'm hoping that again people can come out anytime this week and view some of those works.
Warm Your Heart with a Little Art is the name of the show at Raymour and Flanigan this coming week. Steve, before we leave here, 75 Jones and Gifford Avenue, the Michael J. Raymond Center, some other Resource Center news you want to impart to us?
Right. As we spoke about on the Saturday breakfast party last week, we've got two other events that are taking place this week and early next week. On Thursday night, February 2nd, we're going to be having our Sassy Bags and Beyond Blingo event at our Dunham Avenue building. Doors open at 6 and it starts at 7. Basically, people will be coming down there and playing bingo to win designer handbags. And there'll be some raffles and some other things going on throughout the evening. Tickets are typically $30, but if people call Vicky Bardo up at 661-1477 to get a ticket and say they heard about it on WJTN, they can get $5 off the price of that ticket. So that's a little incentive for you, but it would make for a fun evening out for people and something we haven't tried before, and we're looking forward to a fun night. The other thing going on Monday, February 6th, the Pizza Hut restaurants, both here in Jamestown and in Dunkirk, will be doing fundraisers to support our annual Laurel Run event. And for the Jamestown restaurant, from about 4 to 8 o'clock that day, if you go there with a special form that says that you're there to support Laurel Run, they will donate 20% of the cost of your meal back to Laurel Run. And you can get a copy of that form from the Laurel Run website, which is www.laurelrun.org. laurel-run.com, or you can give the Resource Center a call. We can get a form to you.
Now, off to Raymour and Flanigan. We are here at Raymour and Flanigan for this segment of the show. And for those of you who don't know, Joe, there can't be anybody who doesn't know. I'm speaking with Joe Trochet here, the store manager. But we're at the intersection of Fairmount Avenue and Southwestern Drive. And Joe, thank you for letting me come by and just feel the ambiance of your place and help the audience get ready for the big show and the big reception here.
Well, thank you for having us.
It is a beautiful place to have an art show.
It is, and I think that when people come here, they'll see that. I think it's been difficult. A lot of people still not aware where we are located, and I think when they get here and they see the type of furniture we have and the opportunities they have to buy furniture here, they'll be extremely grateful, and I think enjoy the atmosphere.
So it works well for everybody in that it will bring people into your store, and you always want to do that, and yet for such a sensitive purpose. The first part of this program was recorded as the artists were working on some of their artwork in the Creations Art Program at the Resource Center on Jones and Gifford Avenue in Jamestown, and they are simultaneously serious about it and joyful over what they can create. Who is sitting here with us, Joe?
We have Amy also. Amy is the store leader, and Amy actually is the person who really coordinates a lot of this stuff. So I really couldn't do this without her.
Amy Rupp, sales lead here at Raymour and Flanigan, just outside Jamestown, and Joe said people didn't know, so we'll say it again, Fairmount Avenue at Southwestern Drive. Amy, hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm fine, and thank you for your engagement. I understand that you have been working on getting this art show placed here in your store for some time.
Yes, we have. It was an idea that we had a couple of years ago, but we wanted to make sure that we had enough time and the artists had enough time to really bring a collection of different types of media here. Not only do we have paintings, but sculpture, we'll have some jewelry on display. So we wanted to have an opportunity to give them the atmosphere and enough time to create this show so that it would be something that people really would remember.
How did you come to engage with the Resource Center in the first place, Amy? Because you sound like you've put a real concerted effort into this.
Well, we meet a lot of the clients from the Resource Center here on a daily basis. They are out in our community, and actually one of them was telling me about the artwork that he did and that he sold it. And I was looking at some of the pieces and mentioned it to a couple of the people who are associated with the Resource Center, and you would not believe the valuable resource that we have and some of the adults that we don't recognize and the talents that we have hidden in these people. So we really wanted to give them an opportunity to be recognized and shown the abilities that they have.
That was most eloquently and sensitively said, Amy. Thank you very much.
Well, thank them. They're the artists. We're happy to have them here.
Well, and to sit here in your location, right on the floor here, Joe and Amy, you already have some artwork on the wall here that I would presume is part of what's for sale here and to give your store a very home-like appearance. But this is going to be a terrific place for these artists to show and to be.
To Raymour Flanigan, it's important for us to give back. We've been here in this community for quite a while. As the former deputy mayor of Lakewood, I understand what the Resource Center does and how it helps the community and the people that it does help. So we're happy to be with them, but we're also happy to be able to provide the artists with a place to show their work. And hopefully this is the beginning of a long relationship with the art department. Excuse me.
So during the week next week, as this is broadcast as a Saturday, the art will be up all week right until Friday, and then there's a big gala event on Friday night.
Right, from January 30th to the 3rd. The art will be displayed, so everyone's welcome to come in and look at the art. On the 3rd, there will be a gala, and we will be welcoming everyone here, and they'll have an opportunity to buy every item that's on the floor.
Now, what time does that Friday gala event start, Joe?
It'll start at 6 and end at 8.
So 2 hours. People can see the art anytime that you're open.
Correct.
Joe, when are you open here at Raymour and Flanigan?
During the week, and Saturday, 10 to 9. On Sundays, from 10:30 to 6.
So during the week, people can see the art during the regular hours, and we'll put specific exclamation point on Friday night, beginning at 6 o'clock. Now,
right, and when they're at lunch, during the week, if they're at lunch, just stop in and see the art and go back to work.
All right, now, we got a minute here. We sit in your beautiful store, and again, Fairmount at Southwestern. How many thousand square feet? How do you describe this place? Because there's so much here, Joe.
It is a showroom. A lot of people get confused. We display our furniture. It is considered a showroom. In other words, we don't stock the items here, but because of the size of the company, Raymour and Flanigan, if people are not aware, we own about 120 stores, and we have 2 huge storage areas up in Syracuse and Buffalo, and that's where we keep our furniture. So that's why we can deliver furniture in 2 or 3 days. So we actually display the furniture, but we don't sell it off the floor at the store.
How many different pieces of furniture? How many square feet? Just give me a feel for the size of all of this.
Well, we have about 65 mattresses, which is amazing. As far as pieces, I'm going to take a guess, 400 pieces as far as couches and tables.
Let me go over to Amy.
It is huge.
Let me go over to Amy for a second here. Amy, you're up the sales lead. Do you like his numbers here?
I think we have a few more pieces counting all of the accessories and beautiful sets that we have on display. In addition, what we have on display is only a sample of what's available ready for delivery within a week. So we may not have every part of a collection, but everything, even if we don't display it, is available for delivery in less than a week.
If we have enough time here, allow me one more diversion, because I can't sit here and not be curious. Joe and Amy, what's hot in furniture today? What are people coming in and begging for, saying I've got to have because it's so popular, because it's cutting edge or retro? Or what are people? You're shaking your head at me, Amy.
In living rooms, everything is about comfort as well as sleeping. Now we have reclining pieces that will adjust your lumbar, adjust the headrest, have USB cords in them, virtually really high tech. And sleep is so important to everyone. They're realizing scientifically how important it is to get a good night's sleep. Adjustable bases have gone from what people think are hospital beds to having a sleep app that's connected to your smartphone so that you can really monitor your sleep at night and get the perfect good night sleep, because it's so important every hour of our day, waking and sleeping, to help us.
I think I'm out of time. I have to cut this off here, but just the way you phrased that made me feel like I could legitimately go home and sleep in the living room, and I appreciate that permission, Amy. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And Joe, thank you for letting me come and sit with you also.
Thank you for having us.
Back with Steve Watterson at 75 Jones and Gifford Avenue, the Raymond Building, just to wrap up today's Share the Vision. Thank you again, Steve, for the unique opportunity to come here and meet these artists, and then also to hear from the folks at Raymour and Flanigan.
Oh, absolutely. Very grateful to Joe and Amy at Raymour and Flanigan for making this art exhibit possible. This is the third thing we've done with Raymour and Flanigan in the last couple of years, and we really value that partnership. And again, hoping that a lot of people in the community can get out to Raymour and Flanigan this week and take in some of the art that's going to be on display.
Well, thank you. And thanks to Susan Gutierrez, everyone at Raymour and Flanigan, and all the artists here for sharing the vision today.